we can hear your voice. How about now? Would this work? Maybe this will work if I turn my microphone on. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. My name is Bug. I'm in a band called Bug Hunter. I hope you all are doing very well. It is Sunday, June 30th, meaning we are almost exactly halfway through the year, which is concerning to me because this year just started, and it shouldn't be halfway over already. So here's what we do on my streams. You've never been to a stream before? I'm Bug. I'm from a called Bug Hunter. I play Bug Hunter songs. I answer questions about things. I talk about tours that were going on, things like that, and just chit chat, see what's up, all that good stuff. So let's do a roll call. Why don't y'all tell me what y'all want me to play first, and in the meantime, I'll see who we have here in the chat on a Sunday morning. I see Coin, Nerdbird, Corn. Corn is here. Corn hasn't been to a stream in a while. Corn just listened to the hook this morning. Almost Active, Driz, I'm a Lemon, David Toe, hey, what's up? Stashu, Mitchell Jennings, Candy Man Fight, Kaylin, Cornfield Cryptid, Knacker, Tree is here. Moderately Okay is moderately here. That is nope, Katie Alfonsi is here. Looking for unique names. Geiner. Yeah, Pocket Moose. Something ODD. Cool. Oh, Show Duck. Hey, Show. Yeah, The Boys 2. Sequel to The Boys. Cool. Kim Mischief. Very cool name. Still. Time is here. I haven't changed my tag yet. That's a really good point. I would love to change my tag, but I lost it. I lost it somewhere. I had too many. I've been working on shirt designs this week, and I lost where my thing was that has my tag on it. I don't know where it went. Website banner? No, it's not website banner. Yeah, I'll never find it again. I was only able to find it because it was in my most recent tab of like, open a recent thing that you've worked on, and I've been working on too many shirt designs, and now it's not in my most recent, and I'll never find it again. Cool, I see some Braggin and some Chase and some Gulf Coast and some Chase and some Braggin and some Coward and some Chase. Also a little bit of Chase. Also 5 votes for the Chase and a little bit of Braggin. Sounds like y'all want to hear the Chase, so here's a song that's not even out. Mary Ann found herself in some trouble. She never seen a man that stood so tall. The fact he was so sizable made him too recognizable, and that man, he wouldn't stand for that at all. Trevor never punched his ticket early. Dependable to run 5 minutes late. Today he's bound to beat the clock, and that 4-way stop seems safe to cross. If only he'd been taught to look both ways. There is nothing you can do. I am coming straight for you. Stevie couldn't breathe when he found himself sinking, and Jenny's lucky penny was as lucky as Lincoln. And Austin got lost and never found his way back, and no one trained Janie not to walk on the tracks. Connor got the honor of a statue in the park, a monument to all the monsters lurking in the dark. And some might call it sad, I call it art. There is is nothing you can do. Whoa, I am coming straight for you. Wallace, though, he heeded every story. He knew that he was smarter than the rest. He saw the world through window blinds. I'm staying here, I'll be just fine, until he felt that tightness in his chest. Death appeared before him, staring gravely, sadder than his average tragic case. This one stayed inside his cage and traded happiness for age, and death was sad, he quite enjoys the chase. There is nothing you can do. Whoa, I am coming straight for you. I always forget that some people don't know about New Chase. And I forget because I've been playing New Chase for like 2 years now. Probably longer than 2 years. I'm trying to think. I think the first time I played New Chase was October of 2021. So coming up on 3 years of New Chase. And I played on streams, and I still need to release it. Sorry. I was working on Happiness for a long time, so... yeah, Korn was there. I played it for a little party, wasn't it? Yeah, because that was the deal. Y'all wanted to hear the chase, but I had rewritten it, so I was like, well, I can't remember the old one anymore. So, yeah, I'm much happier with where that one's at. Pocket Moose does miss the Grinder Man, and it's natural to miss Grinder Man, but I had to go. I had to throw that verse into the grinder, and as you know, the Grinder Man just rips and rips. So I like the new version, and I will release it. I promise, I will. Let's do a little cozy Q&A. If anybody wants to know anything about anything going on in my world, feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer, as long as it's not a weird question. Candyman Fight wants to know how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I've had a really good weekend. Yesterday I saw Inside Out 2, which was really fun for Ladybug and I, because we actually saw Inside Out on our second date. That was our first date was a hike. Second date was it wasn't just going to see Inside Out. We went blueberry picking, and then went to a nature place and ate blueberries, and then got pizza, and then went to another nature place and ate pizza. And then we were like, we don't want this date to end because we're having so much fun. Let's see if there's a movie playing. And so we went and saw Inside Out in theaters. That was our second date. So we had to go see Inside Out 2 yesterday, which was really fun. And then we went bowling, and I got a strike on my very first bowl. I haven't bowled in a really long time. Felt pretty good about that. Yeah, I scored pretty well. I was like, I don't bowl a lot, but I was like, if I can beat 100, that feels pretty good. And I got like a 135, or 138, a 135, and a 143. I was like, dang, look at me go. I'm almost half perfect. And then this morning we went and got breakfast and got biscuits and gravy. It was really good. And now I'm doing my stream, which is another thing I love to do, because this is my job. So, Stashu wants to know if I'm all ready for the next leg of the tour. Mentally, no. Logistically, no. I need to still order shirts. If you want to help in that regard, I've been throwing some shirt ideas into the old tours and live shows chat in our Discord. Because I just want to come up with a new shirt. And I've been looking at bringing back the Theory Deer shirt, looking at bringing back the Cozy Astronaut shirt, but then also looking at a bedtime story shirt that I think would be really fun. So I still need to do that. So ready in regards, we don't have the merch ready, and that is going to take a few weeks. So yeah, we're probably going to do new shirts on the next leg. I tend to do a different shirt on the West Coast as I do on the other leg, just cause. Why no toddler shirt? Great question. I haven't seen a lot of interest in a toddler shirt. I don't know. I think the Theory Deer and the Cozy Astronaut make a lot of sense on a shirt, but without knowing the band, I feel like a lot of people don't want to wear a shirt that just has a random toddler on it. I don't know. If you want it, I'll make it, but I just haven't seen a lot of people asking for it, so. Raven says, I saw you in Portland a few weeks ago, just want to say hi, love your show, and a toddler shirt would be amazing. So, there you go. Katie wants to know if I do any gardening. I don't have any type of green thumb. My wife has been buying plants recently, but they're just like potted plants, so I don't know if you would consider that to be gardening. Candyman Fight says, that's an emotional movie for a second date. I'm always in tears by the end of Inside Out. Yeah, so that was the thing, is Inside Out wrecked me really bad, and I was trying to sit there like stoically, like not trying to like, okay, I've known this girl for like 8 days, and if you've listened to my music, there's a song I have called Hide and Seek that is about me moving around a lot as a kid. So the particular plot of Inside Out absolutely like hit me to my core, and so I was a wreck just from the whole Bing Bong bit, but then the actual like emotional like climax of the movie was rough for me, and I was just sitting there just kind of silently bawling, and anyway, she still married me, so we all good. Corn wants to know what would be a good board game for someone who hasn't played many board games other than like the classics, obviously. I would recommend so many board games over the classics. If I was invited to a board game night and they were like, we're playing Monopoly, I would be like so bummed. Or even Settlers of Catan has like slipped into that like, it's all right. I know it's like a gateway board game for a lot of people, but I really never loved Settlers. I would recommend if you ever played like Yahtzee, the best version of a dice push your luck game is a game called Spots, and it's about rolling dice and putting them on dogs, and you're trying to collect all the dogs in your yard, and when you put the dice on the dogs and you complete the dogs, you get the dogs, but you can keep going and keep rolling to try and get more dogs. But if you don't have any spots on your dogs for your dice, if you roll a 3 and there's no spot for a 3 on your dogs, you can bust. And then it's like a push your luck dice game. Super, super fun. And it's in kind of the Yahtzee family, but it's more fun. I Am a Lemon says Catan, Monopoly are my 2 top favorites. Yeah. You should play some other board games. There's a lot of fun ones out there, actually. Nerdbird talking about Wingspan. I never got into Wingspan. I played that with my my in-laws. Wingspan felt like it's in kind of that genre of game that the one that I kind of like in that genre is Everdell. That's kind of like there's some communal resources on the board, and you kind of take turns picking them kind of games. Azul is kind of in this thing too, and those games always just kind of feel like I'm playing a game by myself, and then at the end we all just kind of like tally up our scores and be like, oh, you won, great. And then we just kind of like pack it up. I've never gotten super into them. And Wingspan, the art is great and the theme is very cool, but I just kind of feel like I'm just kind of playing by myself. And I know that like the whole thing is that like you can see, oh, the other person is like trying to do this strategy, so you might choose to take the card they need and block them. But honestly, to do all the permutations of what everyone's trying to do, and like the just like the overload of just like, yeah, like I don't really want to think about what everyone else is doing because I'm thinking about my thing, and then it's not as much fun. So. Best board game in the world is a game called Bug Out. Corn brought it up, not me, so I get to talk about it. Very fun game. I would love to keep working on that. It's a game I designed. It's a cooperative disaster survival game, and it's very fun. It's on Tabletop Simulator. How do I feel about games like Charades and Pictionary? Very fun. I love them. The thing that I like to do is, I don't know if you've ever been to an improv show. Specifically, I think of like a comedy sports improv show. If you've ever been to like the specific like branded like comedy sports, but I'm sure that it's not just comedy sports that does this game. It's a game called Skiba, and basically like they'll send somebody out of the room, and then the audience will come up with like, okay, the activity is you're walking a dog, but instead of a leash, it's, the Mona Lisa. Instead of a dog that you're walking, it's actually like the concept of democracy, right? And then the person comes back in, and then like the improv people have to just mime out, like they can't say any words, they mime out all the different like things. And so at the end, the person will stand there and they'll be like, oh, well, I'm walking a dog, but this leash is the Mona Lisa, and I'm actually not walking a dog, it's democracy. And then everybody claps when they get it right because it's fun. And I like to just do that. We'll just get, like, if we have, all you need is 3 people. One person to write what it is versus what it isn't, one person to not hear that thing, and then one person to act it out. And so I've done that, and I think that's really fun. And that's not any type of, like, licensed game. I just do it with a piece of paper. So that's really fun. I like that a lot. But yeah, if people want to play like Fishbowl or Charades or something like that, I'm always down for things like that. I do love Gartic Phone, things like that. Those good old COVID era standbys that everybody was playing all the time. Drawsaurus, I was pretty good at that. But yeah, my favorite board game right now is Arkham Horror, the card game, but I also love Unmatched. If you look at my board game shelf, it's literally half of it is Arkham Horror, half of it is Unmatched, and then a little bit on the bottom is some other things, and then I have a different shelf in my closet that has everything else. So. Mars is anti-charades. It's a bold stance, but stick to your convictions, Mars. Is Arkham Horror like Batman? No, it's like Arkham, like Cthulhu, like what's the guy's name? No one can remember. But yeah, Arkham it hits that like deck building combined with role playing, like stories. Lovecraft, thank you. I was thinking H.G. Wells. I was like, that's War of the Worlds. So yeah, Lovecraft. Just hits that like we're characters and we're in a story, but there's also game mechanics, and you gotta like out puzzle the puzzle. It's so good. So I've been working through that. Yeah. Have I ever played Dungeons and Dragons? I have. Every time I've attempted to play Dungeons and Dragons has always been too close to when I really needed to like kick into gear working on an album. I think the rough draft work kicked me off of my friend group. I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I have too much to do. And then me and Kyle and Jesse kind of started to do a little bit of an online campaign in 2020 when we were working on Bigger Than Myself. And then I was just like, I got too much to do. And I just couldn't commit to it. And then I haven't tried since. But Arkham Horror is really scratching that itch for me of what I want from Dungeons and Dragons, which is kind of like to walk through a story. Yeah, I don't know. not to have a DM. I can play it by myself. So. I have played Betrayal at House on the Hill, and I liked it. I get people's criticisms of it, where they're like, it's kind of like swingy, where you're all playing together, and then all of a sudden, like, you have to stop and read a bunch of rules because the game changes, partway through, and then based on just how things are, it could be really, really unbalanced or unfair to one side at that point, through no one's fault, which is hard. But I did play Baldur's Gate 3 for a little bit, so it's obviously Dungeons and Dragons, and I got into Act 2, and then I went to Europe last year for the tour, and me and Kyle, we had been playing it kind of every night, and then I went to the UK, and then we just never were able to pick the steam back up to get back into it when I came back, just because then it was Thanksgiving and Christmas, and our schedules just got weird, and then it had been too long, and we just fell off. So I would love to finish it at some point, though. We were playing as two characters. Mine was named Robin, and his was named Abanke. Together, we were Robin Abank. And it was fun. Cool. Thanks for all your questions. Let's do another song. I normally have a little thing at the bottom that kind of tells you what song I'm going to play in the middle, but I lost my file, so I'll have to find it some other time. So I won't, unless you want me to play disc golf, but whatever y'all want me to play, I'll just throw some things out there. The Chase Again, probably not. I just released a new song. I don't know how to play it. I don't know how to play it acoustically, so I apologize. The song is called Dissin', and I need to figure out the chords a little bit better before I can play it. I see some Hook. I see some Hide and Seek. I see some Gulf Coast. Rip Dissin'. Yeah, I'll learn how to play it. I need to come up with an acoustic version of it. Okay, that's probably enough for me. Let me find my capo. Megan said, I just listened to Dissin' in the season your beanie part made me yell. Yeah, I was happy with that. Alright, let's see if I can do this, huh? It started off as devil's advocate to challenge all my views. When every answer has a question, it's not hard to get confused. This is the devil at his handsome miss. So hey, what can you do? If this clever devil's accurate, he might convince you too. I found the devil down in Richmond. He was fishing for some sins. He was perched up on a cloud. I found him humming gospel hymns. I says, you ain't got a license. This is twice I've caught you here. My indictment's met with silence. He just beckons me, come near. He goes, watch the bobber in the water down below the pole. When a sinner takes the bait, all that's left to do is pull. You can see the sweet relief on all the faces of their victims. It's a vicious job, but I acknowledge I am quite addicted. Then the pole was in my hand, and I cast my hook out far. This is how it all began. This is how my spiral started. Off as devil's advocate to challenge all my views. When every answer has a question, it's not hard to get confused. This is the devil at his handsome miss. So hey, what can you do? If this clever devil's accurate, he might convince you too. 3, 4. So we meet up every weekend at a different fishing spot, hopping on another city, staying a step ahead of God. I didn't want to think of consequences were I ever caught. The devil can be dangerous, but no one crosses God. We pull criminals and bitter souls, abusers, crooks, and cons. But brutal, but damn, we get results. We were packing up in Amsterdam and cleaning off our hooks. I took a chance to count the bounties. Now I wish I'd never looked. I found a kid inside his bucket. What the hell? He's barely 8. He said he must have been a sinner. After all, he took the bait. It started off as devil's advocate to challenge all my views. When every answer has a question, it's not hard to get confused. This is the devil at his handsome is. So hey, what can you do? If this clever devil's accurate, he might convince you too. I am an angel, I took an oath. I am a savior, a danger, or both. I don't go fishing, not anymore. And I haven't seen the devil in 20 years or more. So when I'm called into God's office, told I have a new assignment, there's a lead on where he's fishing, and it's up to me to find him. I can't confess that I can guess exactly where to look. Now it's up to me if I or he will end up on the hook. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I like that song a lot. I was very pleased with how that one came out. It almost feels like it could have been on Happiness in a way. Maybe not, but it's got a kind of fantastical element that a lot of the Happiness songs had. So, no, I'm happy with it. Thanks, everybody. And I love. I got to play it with Matt a couple of times. So if you've heard the recorded version of that, Matt from the Narcissist Cookbook plays the devil role on it. So if you liked that at all, if you hadn't heard it before, definitely go listen to the finished version. And if you haven't heard the finished version because you haven't heard Jam Mechanics, it's not actually it's technically not on the Bug Hunter artist page. It's released under Jam Mechanics, which is the artist page that Matt and I share for songs that kind of come out of the Jam Mechanics world, which is our podcast that we do together. It's like a song challenge podcast, we challenge each other to like write a song in like 3 hours, and we come back and show off the demo. So the demo for that has been out since like March or something. And I think the prompt that Matt gave me that week was just cliffhanger. I just wanted to have a song with a cliffhanger. That was it. So that's the song that I came up with. Yeah. And speaking of, thank you, Nerdbird. We do have a new episode coming out tomorrow. I'm very excited for tomorrow's episode. There are some episodes that I'm more excited about than others, and tomorrow's is one that I'm really excited about. I had a lot of fun making the song for, it should be episode 4 of season 2 coming out tomorrow. We do a live listen along in our Discord. If you're not in the Jam Mechanics Discord, we put up a YouTube premiere for the episode when it comes out. And we do like a live listen along to the episode, and yeah, tomorrow's is a really, really fun one. I'm really excited. Yeah. Bye, Cornfield Cryptid. Have a good first day of work at a new place tomorrow. Doot Doot is thinking of coming to see the show in North Carolina. Yeah, that'll be our finale show. I'm excited. It's already, it's exactly half sold, which is great because it's been on sale for half the time that it's going to be on sale. So it should sell out. Pretty excited. So Kaylin says Agamemnon has been on repeat since it came out. That's awesome. Agamemnon was my season 2 episode 1 song about laying cables across the ocean. So yeah, and I really like that one a lot too. I'm not quite at the point where I'm looking at which season 2 songs I would like to revisit, but I know that Agamemnon, of the 4 that I've done so far, is feels pretty good. It very happy with it. I'm trying to think of where I could go with it that might be more interesting and worth revisiting, but yeah, I liked it a lot. So. Yeah, so other than that, we got Jam Mechanic coming out tomorrow, and then if you look over here, this is our tour dates. Me and Matt are still in it, so if you are anything west of Denver, you've already missed your chance, or you came to a show and hopefully had a good time. I know that I did. I had a blast at all those shows. And then everything else kicks off August 16th in Washington, D.C., and then we'll be on the road for a month until September 14th in Durham, North Carolina. Ginger's asking for food recommendations for when they come to my show in Akron, and I would ask the same question. I've never been there. I will not be there until that morning, so I will take any food recommendations. AJ loves Cricket in Silence. That's my episode 3 song. Yeah, I was happy with that one too. I don't remember the chords for it anymore. I was gonna see if I could play any of it, but I don't think I remember the chords for any of the songs in season 2 because I wrote them a long time ago. I am aboard the Agamemnon, laying cables in the sea. No, that's not it. Cables in the sea. For the purpose of the president to parlay with the queen. Dun, 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 then I'll send you in the morn. But by the time this note arrives, you will not love me anymore. Yeah, something like that. I am aboard the Agamemnon. There's so much time to dream of a world where we can reach you with no middlemen between. And maybe when we land, I'll get a turn as a reward. But I never got that chance. Now you don't love me anymore. I also don't think that song was in E. I think it was in A. But regardless, those were about close as I would get. So yeah, spoilers for Jam Mechanic season 2. Don't worry, me mumbling half the words of that song is not super spoily. So. Time wants to know, what shows will I be at for the tour? That's a great question. So I'm planning for August and September. I should be at Washington, D.C., New York, Boston, Buffalo, Akron, Detroit, Indianapolis, and then I go on a run from there where I'll also be in Chicago, Kansas City, Minneapolis, Madison, and St. Louis. Then going to take a small break between the St. Louis and Nashville shows, but I will be at the Nashville show. And I'll also then continue on to Oklahoma City. I think I'll be in Dallas and Austin, and then I can only make a few more after that. So I think it'll only be Orlando, Jacksonville, Atlanta, and Durham. So those are all the ones that I'm going to be at personally for August and September. Thank you, Time, for that wonderful question. Driz wants to know which members of the band are on the next leg of the tour. I do have an actual answer for that. It's Kyle will be at DC, New York, and Boston. Jesse will also be at DC, New York, and Boston, but TBD on the rest of that. So, yeah, the rest of them, the other 17, might just be solo shows. But we'll see. I know for a fact Kyle will only be on those 3, just for time off of work and all that good stuff. But Jesse might be on more, but it's going to kind of depend on. Jesse is in several bands. Jesse has Galloway. Jesse plays with other people, and so I don't just have like full rights to Jesse at all times. And sometimes there are just other opportunities that make more sense for Jesse to do instead of coming on 20 shows for a full month to do part of it. So Corn. Hey, great question. So Corn wants to know what shows Matt from the Narcissist Cookbook will be attending. So yeah, let me look at the list again and see. So Matt, I know that Matt is flying out to New York a little early, but said that they're going to be able to take the train down to DC, so they should be able to still make that first show. So Matt will be at DC. Matt, and then we're just going to go right back up to New York, and so we'll do New York and Boston, Buffalo, and Akron, and then I can double check, but I think Detroit, Indianapolis, and Chicago are pretty locked in, and then yeah, I think I can confirm. I'm going to check this tab over here. I have a tab that I'm going to look at. Cool. Yep. It's just NPR, but yeah, Matt will also be Kansas City, Minneapolis, Madison, and St. Louis. And then I'm pretty sure, you know, I could call Matt and see if they're going to be in Nashville, Oklahoma City. Yeah, here, hold on. I'm gonna ring. Oh, hey Matt. Hey, how's it going? People on my stream, they want to know if you're going to be. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have called you because international calls, they this is gonna really run up my phone bill. I shouldn't have done this because every time I've ever called anybody internationally, it does go to my Verizon bill and it's like $18 for 3 minutes. But the people Corn asked, and so because Corn asked, I really didn't want to give inaccurate information. So I'll just run it out. Is Nashville? Yep. Okay. Oklahoma City? Yep. Dallas? Yep. Austin? You're not sure? Oh, no, you're sure? Okay, Austin. And then what about the 2 Florida shows, Orlando and Jacksonville? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Orlando and Jacksonville, everybody. And then Atlanta. And then not Durham? Not Durham. You sure? Okay, you'll do it? All right, cool. Awesome. Hey, I'll talk to you later, all right? Have a good day. Bye. Yeah, so those are all the ones that Matt is going to be on. Thanks for that great question, Corn. Very good. Cool. I've used up all my humor for a day, so why don't I just play a song and then get out of here? What do y'all want to hear? Throw out some song suggestions while you do that. Triggerbyte wants to know how many VIP tickets are there per show. Most shows it's 40, and Boston is 50 because they were just like, we're going to ignore you when you said 40 and says sell 50. So you keep teasing us with slow burn. That's not slow burn, it's brave. Yeah, people were wanting the Gulf Coast. I haven't played that in a long time. That sounds fun. This song is a song. Well, I noticed the clash between our coasts. It's mostly braggadocious, buffed up plains and sugar-coated. It's East Coast, Ivy League Coast, West Coast, best coast, but between those they don't see another option. One more coast that feels forgotten. That might be how it goes. The long shot laying low, but those who know me know I'm like the Gulf Coast. I'm like the Gulf Coast. Cut me some slack. I don't have fancy marketing or radio ads. I'm like the Gulf Coast, unsure and it shows. No, I don't boast. I'm like the Gulf Coast. Real talk about Into the Drama, the non-stop assault by all the West Coast tech bros and East Coast egos. Don't you have something else to say? The old catchphrase feels so cliche. Their merch can make you an ad display if you heart New York or you love LA. It's overkill like praying for a preacher. It's overkill like a sheep in a t-shirt. It's overkill, no need for a C. It's like an A+ still sleeping with a teacher. I'm like the Gulf Coast. Cut me some slack. I don't have fancy marketing or radio ads. I'm like the Gulf Coast. I'm sure and it shows. No, I don't boast. I'm like the Gulf Coast. like the Gulf Coast. I'm shy and it shows. No, I don't boast. I'm like the Gulf Coast. Thanks, everybody. That's the Gulf Coast by Bug Hunter off the album The Rough Draft bonus track. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all your claps and your woos and your applesauce. Daniel Cross says, "Hey Bug, just recently started listening, but I'm a big fan already. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by stream too. I stream every Sunday and Wednesday except when I forget or don't want to. Or can't. That's the third one. There's either forget, don't want to, or can't. But other than that, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern and every Sunday at noon Eastern. And I only sometimes forget. I only sometimes can't. And it's very, very rare that I just don't want to. But if I can and I don't forget, it's like I got like a 99% rate on doing it. So I just don't stream when I have a tour, or sometimes just something comes up. My whole thing is, streams are fun and I love doing them. But if Ladybug had like a hard day at work and wants to go on a date, guess who's gonna win that battle? It's gonna be date. So sometimes I'll miss it for a reason like that. But yeah. Might look into like makeup days, or if I miss a Wednesday, maybe I'll do it on a Thursday. But sometimes I'm just like in the zone and don't want to. So, yeah. So if you haven't heard our newest song, Dissin', it's not under the Bug Hunter artist page. It's on Jam Mechanics because it was born from the podcast. If you're a listener of Bug Hunter and you like what we do over here, I think you'll really, really appreciate it. I think it'll be very nice and uplifting, and it's just my thank you for being such a kind listener to our music and always supporting us and all the things that we do. So, yeah, go and listen to it right now. You'll love it. Other than that, join our Discord. I think our postcard of the day this week it's going to be Dissin' for the week, and I don't know if it's been bought today. I know that the last two have been, the first two. So I think today's the 30th. Yeah. I'm a rocker, and your peace sign looks like a scissors. You're gonna get crushed, cause I'm dissing all my listeners. Is today's, which is the last line of the song. So, sorry for the spoilers. Yeah, go listen to that. Go listen to The Hook. So I have basically 3 songs now under Jam Mechanics, Artists for Amateurs, The Hook, and Dissin'. Matt has another one called Something's Buried Under Gary, Indiana. And then in about 2 weeks, they'll have Get Deep Fried off on our Jam Mechanics channel, which will be kind of the end of our run of singles that we committed to doing from season 1. So, but if you just want to hear more songs, we have a new episode coming out tomorrow. So if you're not caught up on Jam Mechanics, maybe you listened to part of season 1. Maybe you're someone who's from Australia and really likes The Chase is one of your favorite songs, and you just listened to The Hook this morning. Maybe you're someone like that, and you haven't caught up on Jam Mechanics. Just like, kind of a generic example, you should like catch up and just like binge it, and then you can join us for season 2 and stuff. It's all very good. Cool. Yeah, I think that's it. New songs, Jam Mechanics tomorrow, tour in August. And join our Discord, postcard of the day. I think that's it. So no matter where you are in the world, whether you're in the US, in Australia, across the sea, you should be a goober and go to bed.